So I am on my way into town to get my hair cut because it's been like nearly 2 months since I had my hair cut, which is a really long time now. I've got short hair, it kind of gets a bit out of control and it looks a bit like a mop. But yeah, I just thought I'd turn this on and kind of have a chat to myself and whoever happens to watch this whilst I'm on my way, because I got to go out of the door and just felt really ill. I kind of was getting ready and I have been thinking about going for a few, thinking about the fact that I'm going for a few days now and sort of working it up in my head, because it's not very often that I go somewhere by myself. I don't like it. I don't particularly enjoy driving sometimes. I'm fine driving when there's no one else on the road, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to, but I don't necessarily feel like a lot of people are safe to be on the road. I think that probably comes a little bit with having to sit in the car with my dad sometimes, who is definitely not safe to be on the road. But anyway, yeah, so I've been kind of thinking about the fact that I've got to go and maybe going by myself, and Mum has kind of let me come to the conclusion that I'm going by myself in my own time, without sort of saying, do you want me to take you, or, oh, there's some man peeing behind his car, that's lovely, charming. Whereas normally we'd go together and Mum would sort of go and do some shopping and I'll have my hair cut and then we'll have a wander together, and we kind of do everything together, which I love my mum. She does my head in sometimes, but you know, I do her head in sometimes. But I wouldn't say, I am good at being by myself. I like my own company. I'm quite happy to be by myself. I don't like leaving the property by myself, going out by myself. And I think a lot of that comes from just memories of when I was using. And I was out a lot, like all the time. Either out picking up drugs or out doing drugs or out all night when I was meant to be home, and always driving to meet drug dealers and sitting in car parks and on the side of the road and in weird places waiting for drug dealers, and being in my car kind of reminds me of that and makes me think about it, and I don't like to think of that. I struggle enough sort of with shame, the shame of my previous life, if you will. I don't need to be thinking about it even more, and sort of driving around, and especially being around, I mean, it's not so bad because I'm going to a different place to where I used to go and use, but it just makes me feel guilty and shameful and kind of full of regret, and it's just awful. And I said to Mum, literally as I was walking out the door, I said, it's really weird, I haven't smoked for like a year now, and whenever I'm getting in my car, I'm like, where's my cigarettes? I've got to have my cigarettes, I've got to have a fag, because I used to, religiously, I would get in the car and spark a cigarette, and it was just what I did when I was driving. I was smoking. I don't know why. I think it was probably because it was an opportunity to smoke, because I wasn't meant to smoke at home. But yeah, and that kind of cropped up, and I thought, oh, that's weird, I don't like that, because I don't think about smoking anymore. Sometimes I'll suddenly think, oh, that's weird, I don't smoke anymore, and I smoked for 20 years, so it's a bit strange to sort of not be smoking sometimes. But it also feels like I've never smoked. It feels completely normal not to be smoking. It would be, if I see somebody walking along with a cigarette or something, I think that is such a weird thing to do. Why do you want to set fire to pieces of wood and breathe in the smoke? That's just grim. And I just think they stink. And I can't believe I used to do that. But yeah, I'm rambling. I'm really rambling, and I have no coherent train of thought at all. And that's the bipolar and the ADHD a little bit. So you just have to sort of roll with it. I do. You never really know where you are or what you're saying or what's going to come out next. It's a surprise. So yeah, so I'm sort of on my way, about to hit the motorway, and the weather is not great here in the UK. I don't know if it's still this Storm Dennis, or if it's the aftermath, or if it's just shit UK weather mixed in with a bit of climate change. But it's pretty grim, and it's a bit windy and a bit rainy, and it's not very nice driving conditions really. So yeah, it's fine though, it's fine. I'm better if I'm sort of talking to myself whilst I'm about something else, whilst I'm sort of driving, because it helps a bit, I think. I don't know, maybe it doesn't, I don't really know. But I'm just going to go slowly. But I feel, I kind of get a bit excited when I go out by myself as well, because it's like a little bit of freedom that I don't often get, but then sort of like the addict kicks in, and I think, well, it's an opportunity, and it's an opportunity not, I don't want to use and I don't want to drink, so therefore it's an opportunity for me to spend money on crap I don't need, basically. So I don't really enjoy clothes shopping because I'm fat and nothing looks nice on me. So I don't enjoy clothes shopping, but I will enjoy shopping for random stuff, jewellery, gadgets, stationery, all sorts of shit that I don't fucking need. I've got that many notebooks and that many pens, it's mental. I could set up a shop myself. Maybe I should do that. But yes, so it's an opportunity for me to do stupid things basically and behave in an old way, because that was kind of one of the things that I used to do when I was sort of off my face at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd go to the 24-hour Tesco's and spend 100 quid on all sorts of bloody crap, just as the most random stuff that you can buy in a supermarket. So yeah, I love buying stuff. It makes me feel good. And I think a lot of people can probably relate to that. Shopping is a full-blown addiction in itself. And I completely understand people who are like proper addicted to shopping. I love online shopping because then I get a little delivery. And it's exciting. And sometimes I bought so much stuff I forget what I bought. But then it's even more exciting. But yeah, so I've got some vouchers for Bravissimo, because I could do some more bras, and I got them for Christmas, so I can go and get a nice new set of underwear, which will be nice. And I've got a voucher that I got for Christmas for Tony and Guy for my hair, so I haven't got to pay for that. And I don't really need anything that I can think of, but I'm sure I'll find something that I think I need. I will try to limit it to like one thing, buy one thing, and that's it. And like under 20 quid or something, maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll say, set myself a limit of 20 quid, and I'll set myself a limit of 20 quid. So not one thing, I can either buy, yeah. See, I'm trying to manipulate myself here into letting myself have more stuff of a higher value before I've even got there and seen anything that I think I might want. I'm trying to manipulate the situation, because that's what I do. So I'm going to set myself a limit of £20, and however many things, so just 20 quid. I can only spend £20. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stick to it, and you're going to hold me accountable. Myself, I'm going to hold me accountable. Yes, I can do this. Right, I might be about to get a little bit lost in a minute, because I'm going to come off the motorway, and then I'm not really, I forget, because, oh no, I'm not coming off the motorway. Mum goes a different way to the way I go, and I think her way is more direct, but I don't really understand her way. And she tried to explain it to me, and I pretended like I understood. And then I kind of said, no, I'm lost, like 3 or 4 times, and she started to get cross with me. So I was like, that's fine, I'll figure it out, or I won't, whatever. And so it'll be fine. I'll get there eventually. I've got like 20 minutes before I've got to be there, so it'll be fine. But there's lots of traffic on the road. So I'm just sitting in the slow lane, pootling along, which is fine. But yeah, I think I've rambled enough now, for now anyway. I will go and concentrate on driving, and then maybe I'll be back. So I've had my hair cut, as you can see. It's much shorter this side now, and it's very curly. It's lovely, I love it. So that's exciting, and I booked my hair colour. But in more important news, I have managed to leave town without spending any money. It's a fucking miracle! Yay! Where am I going? Oh fuck, I'm lost. Oh no, oh, break! So yes, I'm really pleased with myself. So to celebrate, I am going to go to Waitrose and spend the 20 quid that I would have spent on useless crap on delicious food. Amazing idea, amazing idea. Plus, from what I understand, Waitrose have Alpro plant milks on offer, so yay! Amazing, amazing all round. And they have vegan sushi, which is not sushi, but it's like vegetables with rice, so it's basically, it's vegan sushi, you know what I mean? So I'm sure there'll be some people that will be triggered by me calling it sushi, but you know, fuck you. Who are you to say what the English language defines as what? You are not the Oxford English Dictionary, so up yours. Yes, so I'm very excited because I booked my hair colour, and we're gonna like do it a little bit gently to start with, and not, because otherwise it would mean like bleaching the whole fucking lot, which I think would be a real shame, because this is like the first, I haven't coloured it for like 4 years, 3-4 years now, and it's in really good condition because I never use any heat on it, I just let it dry. So it's in really good condition, so I don't want to knacker it because I think that would be really sad. So yeah, I'm quite pleased, but it's going to be quite a dramatic change, and I'm not sure how everyone else is going to feel about it, but it's not really my problem. So I am happy. I'm happy with the idea. Not too happy with the price tag that comes along with it, but you know, it'll be fine. I am in the middle of, oh no, it's all right. But yes, it'll be fine. So yeah, I mean, all in all, the journey out by myself so far has been a success, and I have coped with sort of making small talk with the hairdresser, who, you know, she's been our family, my mum and mine's hairdresser for fucking years, and she's lovely. But I just struggle with sort of like, oh, what have you been up to? Oh, I haven't seen you since Christmas. Oh, how was Christmas? And like when someone says to me, what have you been up to? And I'm like, well, I don't fucking know. Nothing. I'm really up to anything. Just shit. Same shit, different day. Had an anxiety attack, you know, didn't use drugs today. Yay! So I'm not really sure what people sort of, why is my camera all going all glary? I'm not really sure what people sort of expect from me when they say, what have you been up to? It's a bit of a broad, sweeping question, which I'm not comfortable with. So yeah, so I didn't entirely stick to budget. Well, I kind of did, because I spent, I think, £58 in total, but I've got like dinners and loads of plant milks and quite a few bargains, so I probably didn't spend more than 20 quid on like random food for me, so I'm quite pleased with that. Not bad in Waitrose, got dog food too, so not bad for a trip to Waitrose without any pre-planning. Little bit disturbed that I've just kind of got back in the car, opened my rear passenger door to put the shopping in, and as per usual, after it's been raining, a load of water falls out. I don't know why it does it. There's clearly a leak somewhere, which is a little disturbing, but you know, whatever. But out from under the passenger seat rolls an empty wine bottle. Lovely. Really thought I'd got all them. Really thought I'd cleaned out the car good and proper, but there must have been a cheeky little thing rammed up there that has just worked its way free. So that was a little disturbing. Not very nice to be reminded of the hideousness of my past and sort of the irresponsible behaviour, drink driving, and just the awfulness of kind of having to feel like when I was working at Waitrose, actually different Waitrose, but when I was working at Waitrose, of having to sort of go to the express Tesco's on the other side of town before I started work and necking a bottle of wine before I went into work because I felt so hideous about going. And I really just hated it that much, and just hated my life and hated myself, and just wanted to be a bit numb to everything, really. I'm sure you can relate to that. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this empty bottle. I was tempted to sort of leave it in the empty trolley at Waitrose, and then I thought, no, that's really poor. But I don't particularly want to go home and sort of say, look what I found in my car, because I think Mum helped me clean my car out when we cleaned it out, and I think she might be, I don't know. I'm sure, I hope she'll trust me. I don't know. Why would she? Why would she trust me? I have done nothing in the past to show that I am trustworthy, so why would she trust me and believe that it's from before, as opposed to I've just necked a bottle of wine and now I'm trying to cover for it? I don't know. If I leave it in my car, I run the risk. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I probably am overthinking it. I can probably just go home and say, look what I found. And she'll be like, oh, that's weird. I don't know, but then there might be something niggling in the back of her head that thinks, And I don't want her to doubt me, but I would totally get it if she did doubt me. Totally get it. I'd be upset and I'd be a little bit put out, I think. That wouldn't be justified at all. I wouldn't be justified in being put out, even though I would be put out, because that's the sort of selfish prick I am. I think I'm overthinking this. I think I'll just unpack the shopping and deal with it later. It'll be fine. But anyway, yeah, still really pleased with my hair. And yeah, all's gravy.